Hello, Daybreakers. Just doing a quick thing here. Got inspired after what I earlier watched Admiral Adorable play Guess the Game, and I noticed that they had a similar game, because Guess the Game is like they give you screenshots of a game and you have to guess what it is. But I noticed something that caught my attention, so I wanted to give it a try, which is this, Guess the Poorly Described Game. So I'm given a very vague, bad description of a game, and I have to see if I can figure out what the game is from the description. I get 6 guesses. I'm assuming they're going to get like more obvious as I go along. But let's give it a try. So we have a heavily breathing man is terrified of the dark and absolutely refuses to fight back against anyone. Amnesia: The Dark Descent, maybe. Oh, it was. Wow, I'm apparently very good at this. I'm gonna go just do this for about an hour, or until I get bored. Whatever. It might be might be an hour, might be 3 hours. We'll see how it goes. It says play previous days, but this is also number 1. It only started in 2026, so there might not actually be that many, but we'll see. Next one. An immigrant's pursuit of the American dream is constantly derailed by aggressive invitations to indoor sports. An immigrant's pursuit of the American dream, so getting rich basically, is constantly derailed by aggressive invitations to indoor sports. That vaguely gives me Yakuza vibes. I don't know why, or Yuga Gotoku, or Like a Dragon, or whatever you call it. Wasn't there one where where one of them came to America? Aggressive invitations to indoor sports. I mean, it could be Street Fighter. I don't know. I'm just going to try Like a Dragon. Like a Dragon. Let's try Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Nope, it's not that. So this is the same game, just different clue. Metacritic saw 98%, so it was very popular. A traumatized war veteran tries to start fresh in a new country, but mostly just ends up chauffeuring his relative and running over pedestrians. I have no idea. Red Dead Redemption? No. Original platform PS3, Xbox 360. Okay, you travel across the world to escape your past, only to realize your family member lied about his wealth, and now you have to shoot mobsters to pay his taxi debts. The more clues I get, the more clueless I feel, honestly. I might not know this one. Is very possible. Oh, no, it's right. Your family member lied about his wealth, and now you have to shoot mobsters to pay his taxi debts. Grand Theft Auto. Original platform PS3, Xbox 360. Grand Theft Auto. Which one of these was on GTA 4? Yes, it was Grand Theft Auto 4. Okay, cool. Okay, next. A silent guy in a very problematic looking hat wakes up from a nap to beat up floating babies and crying statues. Okay, silent guy. Silent guy in a very problematic looking hat. So it's one of those games with a silent protagonist, then. Wakes up from a nap to beat up floating babies and crying statues. Can I think of any game that features floating babies and crying statues? Spooky Jump Scare Mansion, or whatever it's called. No, it's not even on there, so never mind. Unless this is like, I mean, this is poorly described, so this could be a Final Fantasy game for all I know. Silent guy in a very problematic looking hat. Could it be Legend of Zelda, perhaps? I'm not sure which Legend of Zelda it would be. Floating babies and crying statues. That almost makes me think Castlevania, but I don't know why. But I can't think of any Castlevania where the protagonist wears a problematic-looking hat. Wakes up from a nap also makes me think of Zelda, because a lot of Zelda games start with Link waking up. I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'll guess The Legend of Zelda, and then if no, it's not that. You are literally too angry to die, so you run around a deeply disturbing church camp, hitting giant hands with a swinging incense burner. I would guess God of War, but the protagonist of that doesn't wear a hat, and is not silent. Metacritic score 84%. You're literally too angry to die, so you run around a deeply disturbing church camp, hitting giant hands with a swinging incense burner. Bloodborne? Nope. Local man refuses to speak. Oh wait, sorry. Original platform: PC, Switch, PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One. Okay, so it's very recent. Well, relatively anyway. Local man refuses to speak, uses self-flagellation and 3 new sharp sticks to stop a giant heart in the sky from giving birth. I don't think I know this one, honestly. Original platform: PC, PS5. So it came out on the PS5. Like, it wasn't a PS4 as well, but like it wasn't PS4 and then later ported to PS5. It came out on the PS5. I may not know this, honestly. I'm just going to guess Dark Souls because I don't think it is, but I have no other ideas. A 2D platformer where everyone is excessively sorry about everything, but they still try to brutally murder you with religious iconography. Genre Metroidvania. Okay, maybe it is. Or maybe it's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Or Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. No, it's not that. It is the second game about extreme Catholic guilt, now featuring 3 weapons instead of 1 sword, but keeping the same pointy helmet. Oh, that's what they mean by problematic looking hat. Because I guess it looks like a pickle halberd or something. Original release 2023. Second game about extreme Catholic guilt. Featuring 3 weapons instead of 1 sword, but keeping the same pointy helmet. I'm just going to guess Wolfenstein. I don't think it's that, but like, no. Return as the penitent one to explore a highly pixelated Spanish Gothic world and stop the miracle from dropping another weird baby on Custodia. Developer The Game Kitchen. I don't think I know this one, honestly. I'm going to skip. Blasphemous 2, okay. I haven't played Blasphemous yet. I plan to at some point, though. Anyways. Number 4, you are an overworked aerial taxi driver whose primary job is shouting through a megaphone at pedestrians. Aerial taxi driver. So not Crazy Taxi then, because that's on the ground. Primary job is shouting through a megaphone at pedestrians. So that kind of makes me think it's a Sim City type game. But I'm not sure. I am going to skip, honestly, because I have no ideas. You spend your days kidnapping injured people with a harness and dropping water buckets on neighborhood barbecue accidents. The Sims? I don't know, honestly. No. Sorry, I completely missed the other things. Metacritic, it's too old for Metacritic, okay. So it's an old game. Original platform PC, a 90s gig economy simulator where you constantly switch between being an airborne paramedic, a firefighter, and an anti-riot police officer. 90s gig economy simulator. Oh, gig economy simulator. Jeez, I'm drawing a blank. SimCity. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't even have SimCity on it. Oh wait, I think it's one word actually. Yeah. Oh, it's franchise SimCity. Okay. You finally get to see the blocky metropolis you previously built from a top-down perspective, but now you have to save its tiny, chaotic citizens from their own stupidity. Genre flight simulator. What are the is it SimCity flying or something? I don't know. Simcopter, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Brute forced it. Okay, next. A blonde guy really struggles to find his favourite brand of chewing gum while the local law enforcement gets unusually aggressive. Okay. Oh, Duke Nukem. It's gotta be. Franchise Duke Nukem, yeah. Because I'm here to kick ass and chew gum, whatever. A tourist vacation is ruined by illegal extraterrestrial aliens, so he decides to tip local exotic dancers and complain about his lack of gum. Metacritic score 89%. I don't know which Duke Nukem it is, so I'm just going to keep guessing randomly until I find it. Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. Nope. Original platform PC. A buff man in sunglasses single-handedly solves an alien invasion using pipe bombs and blatantly plagiarized action movie quotes. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Nope. Genre FPS, yeah. An angry macho man runs around a movie theatre, a strip club, and a space station just to shoot pigs in police uniforms. Uh-huh. Yeah, I've never played any Duke Nukem game, so I don't know which one it is. Duke Nukem 3D. There we go. That was it. Next, a smooth jazz listening app. A smooth jazz listening app where you occasionally wash a used car and change its oil. Power wash simulator. No. Metacritic score 84%. You spend hours trying to pass an arbitrary driving exam just so you can legally drive a 1998 Japanese hatchback at 30 miles per hour. Sounds weird, but I have no idea what it is. Yakuza, maybe? Sounds like something that would happen in a Yakuza game, no. Original platform PS3. A photography and car washing simulator that forces you to yell at a lazy AI driver who refuses to overtake anyone. I think I know this one. Yeah, this is not ringing any bells. Photography and car washing simulator that forces you to yell at a lazy AI driver who refuses to overtake anyone. Sorry, I'm just checking the messages. Yeah, I have no idea. Skip. Genre racing simulation. A digital hoarding problem where half of your 1,000 vehicles look like they were imported from a previous console generation. Forza? Forza Horizon 4? No. Original release 2010. You buy hundreds of expensive vehicles, stare at incredibly classy menus, and spend days completing 24-hour endurance races. Yeah, I don't think I know this one. I'm not really familiar with racing sims. Developer Polyphony Digital. Sony's massive PlayStation 3 real driving simulator that took forever to develop and lets you race around the Nürburgring in virtually any car ever made. I'm just going to guess Gran Turismo. If I can type. Gran Turismo 7. No, it was Gran Turismo 5. Okay, so I got the right series at least. Eventually. But like, I was not aware that the Gran Turismo series was like that. Alright, next. A severely dismembered hero saves the world by throwing his detached body parts at his problems. Rayman. That sounds like Rayman to me. Yeah, got it in one. The answer was Rayman. Of course. Okay, next. A friendship destruction simulator disguised as a casual Friday night activity involving dice and blunt trauma. That sounds very much like Mario Party. Just which one? I'm just going to go for the original Mario Party. Nope. Okay. Metacritic score TBD. It is like a famous family-friendly board game, but with a lot more shotguns, blood, and existential dread when someone steals your currency. Famous family-friendly board game. What was the first clue again? A friendship destruction simulator disguised as a casual Friday night activity involving dice and blunt trauma. Poker night at the inventory, but that's not really a board game, is it? But try it anyway. Oh, they don't even have it. Okay. What is it? Telltale. Telltale. Poker night. No. Okay, never mind then. I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip. Original platform PC. You and your closest pals take turns navigating a treacherous landscape just to shoot each other in the face with an explosive eggplant. Team Fortress 2. No. Genre multiplayer fun minigames. The only digital board game where you can get run over by a train, punched by a boxing glove on a spring, and then forced to play a knockoff Tron minigame. Jeez. Like, all I can think of is Mario Party, but it already said that was wrong, so. I don't know, honestly. Original release 2018. Collect keys, buy goblets, and relentlessly bully the person in first place with a tactical strike before playing a bloody minigame where you dodge laser beams. No, I have no idea. Honestly, I can't even think. Developer rebuilt games, a violently rated M version of that one plumber's party game where you literally beat the crap out of your friends to win a digital drinking vessel. I'm gonna guess Jackbox Party Pack. No, it was Pummel Party. Okay, I don't know it, so I don't feel too bad about that, about not getting that, because I never heard of that game. Okay, next. You spend a concerning amount of time being sexually harassed by a major household appliance while dealing with a massive workplace dispute. Wow, okay. I have no idea. Skip. Metacritic score 70%. A grumpy man with anger issues argues with his clothing while trying to fix the world's worst software update. God, I can't even. Like, my brain has already walked out. Original platform Xbox One, Xbox Series, PC, PS4, PS5. Imagine if a utopian society was run by a magical liquid goo, but now all the crash test dummies have moustaches and want to beat you to death. I don't know this one or I'm being incredibly dense, but like none of this seems familiar to me at all. Genre action shooter RPG elements. It is basically a popular underwater dystopian game that you're a communist trying to survive a robotic theme park disaster. Oh, Bioshock. Oh no, okay, never mind then. Original release 2023. It is 1955, and instead of the Cold War, you are fighting rogue farming equipment and weird plant zombies in Mother Russia. Is that this, what is it called? Atomic Heart? Yeah, it was Atomic Heart. Okay, that was it. That was the one that got it for me. Okay, next. An angsty immortal repeatedly runs away from home because his dad is annoying but keeps ending up back in his bedroom via a pool of blood. Hades. This makes me think of Hades. Oh yeah, nice, got it. Next, also check. Oh, I am on underwater. Sounds familiar. That is not so many possible. Yeah, Right, that's what made me think Bioshock at first. You get dropped in the woods by a jerk in a suit, and now you have to eat seeds from the dirt while hallucinating. Far Cry. Sounds like maybe it could be a Far Cry game. No. Metacritic score 78%. A beard-growing simulator where stepping away from the campfire at night results in immediate death by an invisible monster. That sounds like... Well, I say that sounds like Don't Starve. I have no idea because I have not played any Don't Starve games. But I'm going to try Don't Starve anyway. Oh, it was. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I do have plans to play Don't Starve on stream at some point. Believe me, that's going to be a thing. Okay, next. You play as a rogue government agent in the 90s whose primary method of problem solving involves diving backwards out of windows. Well, that sounds very fun, but I'm not sure if I know what it is. So I'm just checking my timer. Okay. Rogue government agent in the 90s. What? Can I think of any games where you play someone like that? Oh, I might have to go on to the next clue. 82%. A historical simulator where you try to save the free world, but mostly just aggressively slide around on your backside. I want to try. I want to guess Metal Gear Solid just because that sounds like it could be that. I don't know which one. Go for the original if I can find it. God, wait. Why is it just not just show the original? No, it's not that. Okay. Original platform PC, PS4. Okay, so it's a quite recent game then. PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS. Bill Clinton is somehow involved in your psychedelic journey to shoot people and buy magical bubblegum from machines. I don't think I know this one, to be honest. Don't Starve Jerk could fit so many characters at the beginning, from a survival rogue agent narrows it not so much down. Yeah. I don't know, Skip. Genre FPS. You run around a safe house solving puzzles, shoot zombies in a bowling alley, and occasionally remember there is a campaign to finish. That makes me think Dead Rising, honestly. I don't know which one, I'll just guess 3. No, it's not that. Original release 2024, an annual military shooter where players complain about matchmaking while violently launching themselves sideways in slow motion. Okay, original release 2024, so it's not Team Fortress or anything like that. An annual military shooter. Cool. I'm just guessing. I might know that game. We Happy Few. Okay, I'll try that because I don't have any better ideas. No, it wasn't that. Developer Treyarch Raven Software, a first-person game where a rogue team does shady operations during the Gulf War, featuring a lot of jumping in every possible direction. I'm just going to guess Apex Legends because I have no idea, honestly. No, it was Call of Duty Black Ops 6, okay. I did think Call of Duty earlier, but then I wasn't sure. Anyways, next. Oh, I actually think I know this one. An invertebrate gets a massive glow-up thanks to a wardrobe malfunction from space, then spends his time carrying livestock and answering bizarre trivia questions. That's got to be Earthworm Jim 2. Earthworm Jim 2 specifically, because I know that was the one with the trivia game in it. Yeah. Woo! Redeemed myself, I think. Earthworm Jim, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was 2 specifically because I know that's the one with the quiz game in it. A Space Marine gets ghosted by his digital girlfriend, so he ditches work to find her while HR sends a new hire to drag him back. Space Marine makes me think either Halo or Dead Space, I don't know. I'm just going to guess Halo and see if I'm anywhere close. It's from the Halo franchise, at least. A Legend, Halo number XY. Metacritic score 84%. A galaxy-wide manhunt ensues because an aging war hero is desperate to stop his resurrected holographic ex from using giant metal owls to conquer the universe. What the fuck is Halo even about, man? I'm gonna just guess Halo games. Halo 5 Guardians. Yeah, that was it. There we go. Okay, next one. A petty thief joins a cult of overdramatic introverts who really hate the local government and love wearing uncomfortable robes in the desert. Assassin's Creed. Sounds kind of like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 2. It's franchise Assassin's Creed. You play as a guy who sneaks around a dusty metropolis, relying heavily on a bird to do his scouting because looking over a wall is too much effort. Yeah, it sounds like the original Assassin's Creed. Nope. Original platform PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series. Okay, so it's one of the more recent. Probably one that isn't one, yeah. Local pickpocket gets a fancy spring-loaded knife, hallucinates a creepy shadow monster, and spends most of his time eavesdropping on people while sitting on benches. Yeah, this is just describing Assassin's Creed in general. So, what was on? Was one of the more recent ones Valhalla? No. It is basically a historical genre action adventure. It is basically a historical parkour simulator where you run across round rooftops in the Middle East and throw smoke bombs at guards who are just trying to do their jobs. Okay. I don't know which one. Assassin's Creed Mirage. There we go. Got it finally. Okay, number 16. A relaxing tropical vacation is completely ruined because a monochrome teddy bear decides a group of teenagers needs more trauma. That's definitely Danganronpa. One of the, not the first one because that doesn't have a tropical vacation in it. But let's try. Oh, this one looks Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp, perhaps. No. High school is Metacritic score 81%. Yeah, Danganronpa probably 2. Yeah. High schoolers are forced into a deadly game of island life while a magical diaper-wearing stuffed rabbit constantly gets beaten up by her brother. I need to play more Danganronpa games because I've only played the first one. I've only played Trigger Happy Havoc, Goodbye Despair. There we go. Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Yeah. How's my timer doing? Okay. You spend an inordinate amount of time breaking down cardboard boxes in the dark and drinking toilet water just to stave off the inevitable. I have no idea. High school is not much of a hint in that game series. Well, yeah, the island tropical vacation part was the hint for me because I know that the first game takes place entirely in the school, so there's no tropical vacation in the first Danganronpa at least. So I knew it couldn't be that one. This one, on the other hand, Metacritic score 77%. A hoarding simulator where finding a mouldy granola bar feels like winning the lottery, assuming the lottery also involves freezing to death. Elefino Fallout? Maybe? I don't know. No, it's not that. Original platform PC, PS4, Xbox One. You walk extremely slowly through the snow while repeatedly apologizing to cute little rabbits right before you snap their necks. Okay, so this is not a very nice game. Survival sim, like breaking down boxes and drinking toilet water doesn't sound like a very pleasant experience. So I guess this is not supposed to be a very pleasant game. Maybe the game The Long Dark. Oh, okay, I'll try that. Yeah, it was nice. Thank you. I'd never played that, so I wouldn't have gotten it. Okay, next. A bunch of imaginary friends from ancient history get together to bully some oversized statues. Oh god. Imaginary friends from ancient history. That makes me kind of, in a weird way, makes me think Persona. So I'm going to try Persona, just because. No, it's not that. It is a game where you try to stop an angry dog from eating the sun, but instead you just end up yelling at your teammates for feeding. Okay, now that makes me think Pikmin, actually. No. Okay. You can play as a literal flying baby in a diaper or a giant noodle dragon to beat up the creator of the universe. Original platform PC. I only remember the rabbit killing and cold. The dog confuses me a bit. And all of this confuses me. Oh god. I don't think I know this one. Skip. Genre action strategy MOBA. It is like an ancient history textbook had a fever dream, got put in a blender with an esports tournament, and now Hercules is getting beaten up by a magical squirrel. I don't think I know this, honestly. Original release 2014, a multiplayer arena where you actually have to aim your basic attacks by looking over the shoulder of ancient deities instead of just clicking the ground from the sky. Yeah, no, I don't think I know it. Developer Hi-Res Studios Incorporated. Ancient pantheons of divine beings, demons, and monsters settled their theological differences by pushing 3 lanes and destroying a giant glowing titan. Brawlhalla. Okay. No other ideas, so let's see. Oh, Smite, Battleground of the Gods. Okay. I think I vaguely heard of it, but I still wouldn't have gotten it. Smite, maybe. Sorry, I saw that too late. Anyways, next. An elderly billionaire uses his mobility aid as a deadly weapon to hoard more wealth instead of just paying his taxes. I'm trying to think, like, uses his mobility aid as a deadly weapon, so I'm thinking like a cane or something, like you hit people with a cane. No. I'm going to try Resident Evil just because that's the first thing that came to my mind when I read that for some reason. No. Metacritic score not rated. A geriatric avian, okay, so bird, travels to dangerous locales and jumps on the heads of indigenous wildlife in relentless quest for shiny rocks. Oh, I know what this is. It's DuckTales. It's the DuckTales game, yeah. Yeah, DuckTales where Scrooge jumps around, yeah. Okay, next. 2 senior citizens' college rivalry escalates into global terrorism, forcing a heavily armed child to clean up the mess. Metal Gear Rising? I have no idea, honestly. No, not that. A blue child commits serial identity theft. Oh, it's Rockman or Mega Man, rather. Yeah, a blue child commits serial identity theft by murdering 8 specialized construction workers and taking their tools. Yeah, it's Mega Man. Well, from the Mega Man franchise, okay. Original platform PC, Xbox One, PS4, Switch. Okay, so it's one of the more recent Rock Band games. You play as an illegally modified domestic servant who shoots yellow pellets at an old man's expensive toys, right? Can I type in Rockman and will it come up? Because I am like calling it Mega Man. I prefer calling it Rockman. But no, apparently not. Let's try, how far has it gone so far? Mega Man 12? Oh no, there isn't a Mega Man 12. That's Mega Man 11 then. Yeah, there we go. Gundam, the amount of stories where 2 elderly screwed up for the kid to clean up happened surprisingly often. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the blue child was what clued me in. Okay, next. A guy with severe phantom limb syndrome assaults everyone he meets while hoarding glowing yellow insects. Okay, that sounds like Rayman 2. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Oh no, right franchise though. You team up with a flying frog. Metacritic score 90%. You team up with a flying frog thing to slap the living daylights out of actual toads on stilts. Glowing yellow insects is obviously Lums. I don't remember if they were in Rayman 3. Maybe they were. You team up with a flying frog thing. Well, that's Murray, obviously. Rayman Legends, maybe? Yeah, Rayman Legends. There we go. A broken physics engine tech demo where the bugs are considered features and you ruin people's day. Goat Simulator. Yeah, it had to be Goat Simulator. A platforming simulator where your friends become pincushions and everyone is constantly out of ammunition. So a shooter. Platform shooter thingy. Platforming simulator. So not an actual platforming game, just a platforming sim. Everyone is constantly out of ammunition. So it's a multiplayer shooter game, I'm guessing, from this description. I'm going to guess Team Fortress 2, just because I have no better ideas. Nope. Wasn't that. It is basically extreme dodgeball, but with lethal projectiles and excessive head stomping in tiny boxed-in rooms. Metacritic score 87%. I don't know. Arms? Maybe it doesn't. They don't even have that on here. Oh, cool. I'm just gonna guess random multiplayer shooters I know. Quake. Nope. Bomberman. Oh, it could be. Worms also could be amusing, but has no stomping. Yeah, it could be Bomberman actually. You will spend half the original platform. Oh yeah, okay. Interesting. You will spend half the match desperately trying to pick up the sticks you just threw at your sibling before they step on your hat. Okay, I'll try Bomberman because I don't have any better ideas. Although original platform. Oh yeah, that's interesting. A local multiplayer friendship ruiner where catching a flying stick out of midair is the ultimate flex. Yeah, I don't think I know this one. I don't know any Ouya exclusive games. Robin Hood meets Super Mario in a pixelated arena where missing your shot means you have to go fetch it while running for your life. Original release 2013. I don't know this one. I don't think. That's oddly specific. Yes, indeed. You and up to developer Maddie Makes Games. I think I've heard of them. You and up to 3 friends jump around a single screen map shooting limited arrows at each other until only one archer remains. Yeah, I don't know it. Sorry. Towerfall. Okay. What else did Maddie Makes Games make? That name sounds familiar. Oh, Celeste. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I thought I heard of them. A boy puts on his pajamas and spends weeks staring at water because a giant bird kidnapped the wrong child. Ah, that's Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Yeah, I know my Zeldas, at least. Okay, next. You recruit a bunch of neighbor. Oh, I want to see what the other clues were for that, actually. Can you not? Oh, you can, okay. An angry child beats up local wildlife and breaks pots to afford maps while a bossy piece of talking driftwood judges him. Local boy gets a magical baton and immediately uses it to change the weather so he can sail his talking canoe into enemy territory. Yeah. To save your sibling from a very large bird, you must team up with a sassy pirate captain who has no idea she is actually royalty. Yeah. A cartoon child uses a musical wand to control the ocean breeze while trying to stop a green-skinned man from touching a golden triangle. Well, true, yeah, kind of. Although that only comes in at the very end, really. And he's not really, I wouldn't say green-skinned. A sleepy kid in green pajamas sails a talking red boat across a flooded version of Hyrule just to stab a desert warlock in the forehead. Yeah. Birds need to have better eyesight, yeah. But the thing is that, like, they're wearing kind of like similar clothing, and they have like they both have blonde hair and are wearing green, and the bird got the wrong. That's what happens. But yes, anyway, next. You recruit a bunch of neighborhood children to engage in unpaid athletic labor in random empty lots. I have no idea. I'm going to guess Splatoon because I have no ideas. Okay, no. Curse you geometric forms. Without you, we would be in that mess, indeed. A tactical... Can't even talk anymore. Original release too old for Metacritic score, so it's an old game. A tactical management simulator where you must balance the egos of a wheelchair-bound kid and a boy who literally does not know what planet he is on. I've got nothing, honestly. I can't even think of anything that could be. Wheelchair-bound kid and a boy who literally does not know what planet he is on. I don't know, I'm going to skip, I have no idea. Original platform PC, a sports game where the most feared athlete in the world is a tiny Spanish-speaking child whose belly hangs out of his shirt. Okay, I don't think I know this one. I gotta say, I have no ideas. Genre sports, of course, yeah. The only athletic league where you can hit a ball so hard it turns into a screaming meteor, but you still have to worry about hitting a pop fly into a neighbor's swimming pool. Original release 1997. A late 90s PC CD-ROM experience where picking the right mascot and a kid named Pablo guarantees you will crush every other team of unsupervised minors. The wheelchair confuses me a bit. Yeah, same, honestly. I don't think I know it anyway. I'm just going to develop a Humongous Entertainment Incorporated, Mega Cat Studios Incorporated. Point and click America's pastime featuring a robotic pitching machine, juice boxes, and playing on a field made of literal trash. It's a sports game that's point and click. Okay, I'm interested now. What is this? Backyard Baseball 97. Wait, that's point and click. Hold on. Check this out now. Baseball video game. Two random resources. Blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I wouldn't have gotten it anyway, so. It sounds like a game worth to note down, yeah, maybe. A teenager takes advice from a hole in the ceiling and proceeds to ruin the local wildlife stay. That sounds like it could be Shadow of the Colossus. How the hell, like, seriously, I type in Shadow of the Col and the first thing that comes up is Duel Master's Shadow of the Code. Yes, game, that is exactly what I wanted to type, thank you. Yeah, it was Shadow of the Colossus, of course. What are the other clues? The young man ignores all trespassing signs to stab some very large, peaceful rock animals in a desperate romantic gesture. That is very accurate, actually. God, Shadow of the Colossus is so good. Original platform PS2, yeah. You play as a home invader who climbs on innocent hairy giants just to poke their glowing weak spots. Yeah. Genre action adventure, an equestrian simulator. Oh god, I love that. An equestrian simulator where occasionally you have to do extreme parkour and walking mountains to resurrect a sleeping girl. Actually, not all of them are that big. Some of them are actually quite small in comparison. Original release 2005. You murder 16 majestic beasts based entirely on the promise of a shady sky entity while your loyal horse does all the real work. That's true, honestly. And a tragic tale of a boy who kills massive stone titans to save his love, only to be cursed into becoming a horned baby. Okay, the ending is a bit open to interpretation. Again, not all of them are massive, but yes. But I guess this is poorly described, so yeah, that fits in. Okay, let's have a look at this one. I still find it amusing how much walking you do in that game. Yeah, it is a vast world, but I think it fits the theme of it really well. It's like it really hammers home how big and empty this world is. In Shadow of the Colossus, I mean. Okay, you basically do a really aggressive walking tour of ancient tourist traps while holding magical sandals. Super Mario Odyssey? I have no idea. Nope. A mute tourist solves the world's mythological monster problem by aggressively clicking on angry pigmen and centaurs. Okay, Metacritic score magical sandals. That sounds specific. Yeah, the ending is a bit linked to EO. Yeah, it is. Or Eco, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, it is. They take place in the same world. And you make it even more empty, indeed. Magical sandals, that sounds specific. Yes, it does, but not specific enough for me to guess, sadly. Mute. Okay, so another game where you have a silent protagonist aggressively clicking. So it's a PC game, I guess, or a point and click. Aggressively clicking on angry pigmen and centaurs. That makes me think Zelda for the pigmen at least, but not. I don't think many Zelda games had centaurs. I don't know. I'll try Zelda, just so we know if it is a Zelda game or not. I don't think it is, though, no. The gods are too lazy. Original apart from PC, yeah, I figured with the clicking. The gods are too lazy to do their own exterminator work, so you have to walk all the way from Sparta to China to step on a really big guy. Okay. I have no idea, honestly. Black and white? I don't think it is. But that's the only idea I have, so nope. It is basically genre action RPG, okay? It is basically Diablo going on a Mediterranean vacation, putting on a toga and forgetting to bring any procedural generation. I don't know. Oh god, what's that ancient Roman? I know there's something like Diablo-ish, but like with ancient Rome or Greece or whatever. Can't think what it's called now though. I don't know. In black and white, you are the god. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Just, like I said, I only guessed that because I didn't have any better guesses. Original release 2006. You mix and match two career paths to become the ultimate ancient world pest control expert, picking up an insane amount of spears along the way. Asterix and Obelix would be funny to guess, but doesn't fit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I know this one. Sorry. Iron Law Entertainment. Hack and slash your way through a giant classical mythology textbook just to put some big angry ancient deities back in their cosmic jail. Well, Titan Quest. Okay. Dragon Quest. No, it was a Quest game, but it wasn't that one. But I didn't think I know it. Next, a teenager refuses to get a job until she collects enough cosplay items in the desert. At least one part was right, yeah. This sounds like I should know it, but it's not ringing any bells. Metacritic score 76%. You spend most of your time trying not to let your floating space Vespa break down while listening to indie pop. No, this is not ringing any bells. Sorry. Original platform PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series. Basically, you're a desert nomad who gets to legally drop out of society, float in a red bubble, and steal bird eggs. I'm going to try Journey because I have no better ideas. No. Genre adventure. A coming-of-age story where picking a career is literally just putting a giant piece of carved bone or metal over your face. Again, I don't think it's right, but I'm just going to guess Fallout. No. Breath of the Wild's climbing mechanic originally released 2021. Oh, I think I know. Wait, no. I was going to say Horizon, but like absolutely zero enemies to fight wouldn't fit with that. Breath of the Wild's climbing mechanics, but absolutely zero enemies to fight, and everything looks like an 80s French comic book. Okay, I'm going to guess Horizon anyway, again, just because I don't have any better guesses. Horizon Forbidden West, no. Developer's shed works. A girl takes her custom hoverbike across a sandy wasteland to collect masks so she can finally decide what to do with her life. Yeah, I don't think I know this one. Sable, okay. I know nothing about it, so. Local contractor gets violently dizzy while trying to resolve a workplace dispute between a greedy mining corporation and its mechanized workforce. Oh, Crash Bandicoot, maybe. Violently dizzy makes me think Crash Bandicoot because he spins a lot. No, okay. Spend hours, though. Original release 2 old Metacritic score. Spend hours staring at a confusing 3D wireframe map because you forgot which way was up in a zero gravity labyrinth. Okay, that changes things. What was it? So, local violently dizzy while trying to resolve a workplace dispute between a greedy mining corporation and its mechanized workforce. Zero gravity labyrinth. So the violently dizzy wasn't because the character was spinning, it was because the environment was spinning. Okay, I see. Metroid? Maybe? I don't know. Would help if I could type. Let's try Metroid. Nope. You're a original platform DOS PC. You're a heavily armed exterminator dealing with a very aggressive pest problem inside various space tunnels, but mostly you're just desperately hunting for a blue keycard. That sounds like Doom, maybe. Nope. Action FPS. Okay, so it was an FPS. The core gameplay loop is get lost, shoot geometric shapes, blow up the basement furnace, and then panic fly to the exit door before the timer hits 0. I've got nothing. I honestly don't know. It's not Metroid. Action FPS is a DOS game. So it's like an old PC game. Not Doom. I don't think it's Wolfenstein or anything like that. Because it says like 3D, zero gravity, and you often forget which way is up. Maybe I don't know it, honestly. It doesn't sound familiar anyway. 1995 simulator for pure motion sickness where you pilot a small spacecraft through claustrophobic robot-infested shafts. Could it be one of the Star Wars games, maybe? One of the old Star Wars games? I don't know which one it would be, though. I don't know which one is which. Jedi Starfighter, let's try that. No, it wasn't Star Wars. It is essentially developer Parallax Software Corporation. It is essentially Doom, but you're in a spaceship. You have 6 degrees of freedom, and the floor can be the ceiling whenever you want it to be. I don't know. Descent. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. A hiking simulator where the air is spicy and throwing small pieces of metal is a legitimate survival tactic. Okay. Let's think for a second. Hiking simulator where the air is spicy. Okay, so that makes me think like nuclear apocalypse kind of thing. The air is spicy as in like the air hurts you, I think is what they're saying there. And throwing small pieces of metal is a legitimate survival tactic. Like throwing coins, perhaps? Or shiny things to distract enemies? I don't know. I'm going to guess Fallout because the hiking simulator and the spicy air both make me think Fallout. No, it wasn't Fallout. Okay. You wander around a depressing junkyard trying to find glowing trash to sell while fending off invisible dogs and angry men in tracksuits. Invisible dogs and angry men in tracksuits. Can't think of any game that has invisible dogs as enemies. I don't know. Heavy consumption of cheap vodka is actively encouraged by the medical system to stop your body from melting. Okay, I have no idea. I'm going to guess Bioshock. I don't think it's right. but I have no better guesses. No. Genre FPS horror survival, an Eastern European camping trip where you play an amnesiac whose only goal is to assassinate some guy named Strelok. Okay, that name doesn't say anything to me, so I'm guessing I don't know this one. Original release 2007. You spend most of your time tossing bolts into empty space just to make sure the local physics don't suddenly turn your body inside out. Interesting. Develop a GSC game world. You fight your way into a highly radioactive nuclear power plant just to talk to a magic glowing rock that loves to misinterpret your wishes. Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. Okay. I've heard of it, but I know nothing about it, so I probably wouldn't have gotten it. A very angry man aggressively uses a piece of plumbing to solve political disputes in the 1940s. Okay. Okay, so a piece of plumbing as in a pipe, I guess. Although it could be a wrench, I suppose. No, a piece of plumbing, not a plumber's tool, but a piece of plumbing specifically, so it must be a pipe. Again, this makes me think Bioshock. I don't know why. No, it wasn't Bioshock. Metacritic score 76%. A disastrous road trip to a spooky European castle ends with you fighting the undead because an overly enthusiastic archaeologist didn't know when to stop digging. I'm stretching here, but could it be Luigi's Mansion? Well, I mean, you don't really use a... I wouldn't describe Luigi as a very angry man, but no. Original platform PS4, PC, Xbox One. You try to go undercover as a waiter to steal some paperwork, but end up just riding cable cars and beating up the local fascist military with a metal tube. Yeah, I'm not sure if I know this one, to be honest. Undercover as a waiter to steal some paperwork. No, I don't think I know it. Sorry, not doing very well here. An incredibly genre FPS. Sorry, I always forget to read that part. An incredibly buff American ruins a German excavation project, inadvertently causing a zombie apocalypse, which he then immediately fixes with copious amounts of dual-wielded gunfire. Well, that sounds like Resident Evil. Well, apart from the German part, but like incredibly buff American and etc. And zombies make me think Resident Evil, so... No, it's not Resident Evil. Okay. Before taking original release 2015, god damn it, do I read the things at the top first? Before taking a 14-year nap, our hero has to fight off ancient occult magic, an enormous blind monster, and a horde of flaming fascist zombies. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, Machine Games. This first-person shooter prequel features BJ Blazkowicz returning to a massive, iconic German fortress to bash Nazi skulls and stop the SS Paranormal Division. Oh, it's got to be Wolfenstein then. Wolfenstein Youngblood? No, Wolfenstein the Old Blood. It was one or the other. I'm going for okay. Okay. Let's make this the last one because I'm getting kind of tired, honestly. Okay. A babysitter's game of hide and seek gets way out of hand after his boss is murdered. Actually, I just want to keep going until I find one I can guess. Metacritic scored 91%. An angry bodyguard uses teleportation and an army of plague rats to express his dissatisfaction with the local government. Everything keeps making me think Bioshock. Maybe one day it'll be one time it'll be right. Nope. Original platform PC, PS3, Xbox 360. You are framed for killing the person you were hired to protect, so you decide to prove your innocence by murdering everyone else in the city. Yakuza? Could be the original Yakuza. No. Genre action adventure. A spooky goth god gives you magic hand tattoos so you can feed guards to flesh-eating rodents in a city powered entirely by whale juice. That sentence took several different turns. A spooky goth god gives you magic hand tattoos so you can feed guards to flesh-eating rodents in a city powered entirely by whale juice. Sounds awesome, but I don't know what it is. Original release 2012. Wear a creepy skull mask and use a mechanical folding sword to either violently overthrow a corrupt regime or gently put them to sleep. No, I don't think I know this one. Developer Arcane Studios. A magical assassin named Corvo blinks across rooftops in the steampunk city of Dunwall to rescue a kidnapped empress and clear his own name. Okay, that doesn't sound familiar, so... Dishonored. Okay. Yeah, I've never played it. Sorry. Okay, next. A heavily armed UN task force realizes that the best way to deal with an ancient cult is to eat their hot porridge and bounce around on metallic trampolines. I love some of these descriptions, honestly. I don't know what the hell it is. 2 off Metacritic score. You infiltrate an island monastery and spend an alarming amount of time magically turning into a dog to violently bite robed men who are begging for their lives. Trampoline, that sounds strange. Yeah. And all this sounds strange. Oh, sorry, I accidentally went to the next game. Okay. Skip that. Original platform DOS. In this shooter, eating questionable mushrooms makes your entire vision spin, and hitting people with a glowing magical baseball bat is a highly endorsed military strategy. Zelda Midna, no. I mean, you don't bite robed people who are begging for their lives in that game. Also, original platform DOS. Worms? Maybe? I don't know. No. Almost time for an ad break. Genre action FPS. You choose from 5 different operatives, but everyone just picks the fastest guy so they can sprint around launching walls of fire and missiles that fly like they've had too much to drink. I don't know. If it were a bit more recent, I would say Team Fortress 2, but I think it's that, because that wasn't original platform DOS. Anyways, ad break time. Original release 1994. A classic boomer shooter where collecting floating Egyptian ankhs gives you extra lives while you fight your way up a fortress to defeat a floating cult leader named El Oscuro. Okay, no, I don't think I know this one. Let's get Apogee Software. Originally pitched as a sequel to Wolfenstein 3D, this bizarre 1994 first-person shooter became its own franchise, featuring the Hunt team and the most absurd explosive weapons of its era. Rise of the Triad Dark War. Okay, I didn't know it. I got an invitation for a Fate game for a Mortal Kombat game. Oh, nice. Okay, a physics engine desperately trying to hold together a world inhabited by a creature with an unnervingly sticky tongue. That sounds like Goat Simulator again. Maybe Goat Simulator 2. Apparently that is not an option here. I got Simulator 3 then. Yay! There we go. Okay, so I got the I got a right guess, so I'm gonna end it here. This was a short stream, but I'm a bit tired already, so I'll get out of here now. But thank you for joining me. Final stretch, yay! There we go. See you later. I might stream some Deltarune later, and if I feel like it. But until then, take care. Love and peace.